On today's episode, we're going to have a little ghoulish fun and make faux blood. The first ingredient in our faux blood is a 2-part epoxy resin. And you're going to just follow the manufacturer directions to mix your resin. We don't need too much, so I'm going to put a little bit into a disposable cup. And just mix it to the directions. And then we're going to add some liquid dye. I'm using a deep scarlet red because I want it to have a good gory bloody feel. And the key is to only use small amounts of the dye, and I actually use a toothpick and just put literally like 3 drops. I'm not sure if you can see that, but just a small amount. And then stir it. And as you mix it in, your resin will begin to turn a great bloody red. Now, depending upon how much resin you're using, you may need to add a little bit more of the dye, but you don't want to go to like a teaspoon or anything like that unless you want a totally different effect, which I'm going to show you in a minute. The key is small amounts at once. So keep adding a tiny drop of blood at a time to color your resin, and keep stirring until you get a good, deep, rich scarlet. And then we're going to make a pendant. Now, there's a few different things you can do, but I'm going to show you how to make a fun faux blood pendant to wear for Halloween or the premiere of a movie that might be coming out soon that's vampire related or something fun like that. I like to put my blood into little test tubes, but if you don't happen to have little test tubes lying around, everybody should. These little bubble containers work great, or I'm repurposing a glitter container. And I set it down into a cup of sand to kind of hold it in place. And then just very carefully pour your blood in. And then you would just let it dry according to the manufacturer directions. Once your blood is dry in your test tube, or once it starts to dry, if you want to get a dripped down the side effect, I let my resin start to set a little bit longer than you normally would, and I used that toothpick and just drizzled a small amount down the side. Small amount is key, or it'll run down into your sand and then it gets to be messy. So we're going to set that aside. I'm also going to show you how to make little puddles and drops of faux blood, and that you simply just take wax paper and let it pool. Make some little spots and drizzles, and these are fun for Halloween cards, or I did a little Halloween decor piece where I put some onto this, and it's just kind of a fun spooky accent. So we're going to go back to our pendant. And once you've got your little vial full of blood, I kept it simple, and I used paper clips. I love these little decorative paper clips, and this is just a fun, funky accent, so it doesn't matter if it's not fine jewelry. And I just attached 3 of them together and wired them to a piece of red velvet ribbon. To hold our vial of blood on, I used some of these great little chunky crystal beads, strung 3 or 4 of them onto the wire. I can't see the hole, well, that'll give you the idea. And then I wrapped it, butterfingers, around the vial, and went ahead and attached that to the large paper clip that's in the center. And what you end up with is a fun accent. So in addition to home decor, party table accessories, cards, and fun Halloween jewelry, faux blood has another really fun application. It makes a great Halloween costume accessory for that once bitten look. Keep your eyes open for the next project on Behind These Eyes.